Well, here's the next video, number 3, and I'm going to show you how to do picots. Now, picots are these little loops that you can see there, and they are decorative, and they do help to give tatting a quite distinctive look. So that's an example, that's part of the motif instructions on the how to tat instructions that I've mentioned before. And this is the little edging done in these thick threads that I'm using to demonstrate, and you can see there's a picot in the centre of each chain. So I've started a chain here with 4 double stitches, which you can see, and I'm going to do the usual, wrap it round my left, wrap the ball thread around my left hand and have the shuttle in my right hand and the thread, as I've said before, around the little finger of my right hand, and the shuttle between my fingers with the thread coming out of the shuttle behind my fingers. So we've got on the end stitch there. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to do the normal first part of the stitch, so under and through, loosen and pull. Now I'm going to leave a gap now there and hold that gap and that first part of the stitch between my thumb and forefinger, and now I'm going to complete that double stitch as usual, and I'm going to pull that double stitch up to the that second part of the double stitch up to the first part, like that. Hope that's in focus, yes. So we've got a gap, and that produces the picot, because if I pull that last double stitch, you'll see that we've got a loop there. And that last double stitch is the first stitch, so this one is the first stitch of the next row of stitches that you do. So I'm going to do that again. So I'll do a couple of double stitches and then do another one. You can vary the length of the picots. I'm doing this quite long, because with this thick thread you don't see it unless I do it quite long. So here we go. So I've done 2 more stitches, double stitches there, you can see the loop, the picot, 2 more double stitches, and now I'm going to do the first part of the next double stitch. Normally with thinner thread you leave 6mm here. This is more like a centimetre, but that's fine for this purpose, and you can vary the length of the picots. So here's the second part of the double stitch, just pulling it up to the first part there, and there again we've got that space, and we just move that double stitch along. This is why it's so important that everything can move along the thread, and there we've got 2 picots.